Hello, my name is Venture, welcome back to another video, and today we have the UCS AT-AT. This is going to be a big video, so let's not waste any time. This set was released on November 26, 2021. It has a retail price of $850 USD. This set is given set number 75313. It is rated for ages 18 and up. It has 6,785 pieces, which means that this is a 12-cent per piece set. It of course is part of the Ultimate Collector's series. On one side of the box, you get a front-facing view of the AT-AT, the LEGO and Star Wars logo as well. On the opposite side of the box, you will get a rear-facing view of the AT-AT. On the top of the box, you will have the head of the UCS AT-AT from an overhead view, as well as all of your minifigures. And on the bottom of the box, you guessed it, you have the underside of the AT-AT, which does look quite nice. On the back of the box, there is a ton of information. First up, you get a nice interior shot of the AT-AT itself. You also have the dimensions of the set. You also get quite a few shots of the model itself. And then you have 4 still shot images of the film. I cannot show you all of these, as that would be way longer than what is allowed under the fair use policy. Opening up the box is quite simple. There are 6 pieces of tape holding this together. 2 on the sides, 2 on the top, and 2 on the bottom. Once you have cut the tape away, you can open the box and you are greeted by some lovely artwork. You have the AT-ATs as seen through the Rebels electro binoculars, as well as this amazing shot of the AT-ATs. Inside of your primary box are 4 boxes with some slight differences between them. We'll go one by one. As you can see in the top right corner is the box number, as well as an image that is highlighted of the things that you will be building with the pieces that are contained within the box. Inside of box number 1, you have 11 total bags. 1 that is unnumbered, 1 instruction manual, and the bags are numbered 1 through 4, so there's multiple of each number. Box number 2 contains 13 bags and 1 instruction manual. The bags are numbered 5 through 7, so once again, there are multiples of the same number. Box number 3 contains 13 bags, 1 unnumbered bag, 1 instruction manual, 1 sticker sheet, and the bags are numbered 8 through 13. For our 4th and final box, there are 15 bags, 1 instruction manual, and an 8x16 tiles. The bags are numbered 14 through 18, so that brings our grand total up to 18 numbered bags, but a grand total of 52 bags. The bottom of every single box looks identical to what you see here on screen. It is the footprint of the AT-AT in the snow, which I think is a nice detail to add. This is such an impressive model. I have built several UCS sets over the years, including some of the largest ones that are made, and this is breathtakingly large. Having a minifigure by the feet truly gives you just a great sense of scale. Speaking of having a minifigure by the feet, this is what that looks like. This model is just absolutely incredible. I know I've said that a few times already, but there's not much else you can say about something that just looms this large. So one of the first things I want to highlight is the guns on the front of the AT-AT. Pulling and pushing back will actually do the action that they do inside of the universe, and that is a great detail they added. The head of the UCS AT-AT is actually quite spacious. Simply lift a few panels. Some actually need to be completely removed. They're just held on by some Technic pins, and you have complete access to the interior of the head of the AT-AT. As you can see, 2 minifigures sit in the front seats quite spaciously, and even Captain Veers in the background has a ton of space to sit and be around. They even have individual spaces for the electro binoculars and the blasters for all of the characters. With the cockpit closed, there is a slight amount of gapping, but it's not a huge issue from any sense of distance, but up close you can definitely tell that there are some gaps. Inside of the cockpit is this sticker piece here, and this completely gets hidden once you're done the building process. There isn't a great way to see it once the model is finished. You kind of have to take it out if you ever want to see it again, but it completely makes sense for where it is at inside of the cockpit. Another detail they added with the head, if you remove this panel, you will notice a handle that is included. This tilts side to side, so that way you get this action. It moves the head side to side. Now, this does not lock the head in any position that you want, it simply just turns it. You can actually even do this without the handle at all. On the body of the AT-AT, there are a total of 5 removable panels. One on the top, which keeps everything in place. And then you have one giant panel on either side of the model that is completely removable. You simply just lift it off of its holders. You also have a panel on the top that is closer to the head of the AT-AT as well as one towards the rear. On the back of the AT-AT, you actually have your power cells. Now these are covered up by these long Technic pieces here. I'm going to remove those that way you can see what's actually inside of them. But here is what they look like without the Technic rods covering them. The tops of these are actually on some hinge pieces so you can actually lift them up to see what is inside. And you just have these little cylinder pieces that are supposed to depict your fuel cells. Directly underneath of that compartment is a compartment that houses your speeder bikes. Each side can actually house 2 speeder bikes and they are held on by some pins as well as a single stud piece. Now the set only comes with 2 speeder bikes, but there is a way to expand upon that and we'll talk about that later. Now each speeder bike compartment does actually have some sticker pieces in there that are once again kind of hidden, kind of not hidden once you finish the model. The next section here does have a ladder that allows you to actually pretend that your minifigures are going to climb up to the upper deck. This little section is actually called the deployment staging platform. Now there's not a lot going on within this section, but this is where you will store your turrets and such. There are also some sticker pieces that are utilized in this section as well. The last section on the lower platform is the entrance to the head of the AT-AT or the cockpit of the AT-AT, and this section does include 8 chairs for you to seat some snowtroopers. On the top platform, you have a total of 32 seats for your snowtroopers. I only have a total of 14 matching snowtroopers, so I can only fill out a small number of those, but I am looking to get those in the future. I have to say it looks quite nice with a few snowtroopers in there, and I can't wait to see what it looks like later. Now on each side of the AT-AT model is actually a little bay door. You simply pull it out and lift it up to open. Now, every single panel that is on the AT-AT is supported by some Technic pins, so I'm going to highlight where those are throughout the model. And here is just one example of where those Technic pins sit to actually hold up one of the panels. Included with your model, you are going to build this screwdriver type thing. This is the tool you are going to use to set your legs. Each leg and each joint has a Technic pin that you can see here. Using the screwdriver, you simply twist in the direction that you would like the leg to bend. This way you can get the desired pose that you would like in your AT-AT. You can do it in any which way that you want, some are more stable than others. Also included with the set is this little rope piece with some pins on it that you can attach a minifigure to. This was surprisingly the most difficult picture to take of the underside of the AT-AT, but as you can see here, there are 2 little spots where you can attach this rope to. Once you have the rope attached, you can simply attach your Luke Skywalker to recreate one of the iconic scenes from The Empire Strikes Back. Now, earlier I mentioned sense of scale. This is the UCS AT-AT versus the AT-ST that came out in set number 75322. After each comparison, I will show the box art of the set that it came from, just so you can see the set rather than having to memorize or look up a set number. And here is a comparison from the UCS AT-AT to the Fang Fighter from set number 75348. Here is a comparison to another walker, which is the ATTE, and that came from set number 75337. And here is probably the most impressive comparison, which is the AT-AT, which came from set number 75288. Now, this does not absolutely destroy the Playscale AT-AT, but it does look absolutely incredible side by side. I mean, there is an obvious price gap here, but it looks to be well worth it. Now, earlier I mentioned that you could add on to your UCS AT-AT using set number 75320, the Snowtrooper Battle Pack. This is everything that you get inside of that battle pack. We do not care about every single thing if we're only looking to add to the UCS AT-AT. These are the items we care about: the turret, the speeder, and the snowtroopers. Inside of each battle pack includes 3 snowtroopers, 1 speeder, and 1 turret. You would need a total of 35 to finish filling out your UCS AT-AT, which means that you would need to buy at least 12 of these battle packs. Now, the turret that is included with the battle pack is not identical to the one from the UCS AT-AT, but if you have these 3 pieces that I have laid out in front of the turret, you can actually modify the one from the battle pack to match the one that is inside of the UCS AT-AT. Here we have the plaque piece. This is a sticker, unlike the newer sets, which actually comes with a printed plaque piece. Now here we have the pilot Luke Skywalker that is included with this set. He is not unique and did appear in one other set, being set number 75301, Luke Skywalker's X-Wing Fighter. With all of that being said, he does actually sport some nice back printing. Rather than dragging out the UCS X-Wing Luke Skywalker to show you the differences between that figure, I decided to bring out the Plaque AT-AT set Luke Skywalker to show you the differences between that. Now this set does include 4 snowtroopers. I am choosing to highlight 2 of them here. They do sport their own unique face printing. Now they're not unique to this set in any way, shape, or form, but they are a great inclusion and the set would feel quite hollow without them. Now this set does include a unique snowtrooper, being the Snowtrooper Commander. The only differences between this one and the others are the 4 blue dots that can be seen on his torso printing. This set also does come with 2 AT-AT drivers. They are again not unique to this set. While Brick Economy does list one of them being unique, it is just the face printing combo that they say makes it unique, but that face has appeared in many other sets. And here is a short comparison to the ones from the Plaque AT-AT from 2020. This set does include a Captain Veers who is unique to this set. What makes him unique is his dual molded legs. He does come with a dual-sided face print, and here is the back printing for that Captain Veers figure. Here is another short comparison to the one from the Plaque AT-AT versus the UCS one. This set does include a turret for your minifigures. It has also included 2 of these speeder bikes here. They are no different than the one we see in the battle pack. Now inside of each instruction manual, which there are 4 of, are some special pages about the model, the designers, and some in-universe facts. I'm going to give some of my thoughts. Now, this set is going to retire at the end of 2024, which is the main reason I am making this video so late after the release of this set. It is definitely worth picking up if you have not already. Set aside some money, pick this set up, treat yourself, because once this set retires, the price is going to skyrocket and you are going to pay a lot more than $850 to actually get this set. So I would highly recommend jumping on it while you have the chance. Funny enough, one of my thoughts is actually on box number 2, which is what this instruction manual is from. Box number 2 is possibly the most tedious thing I have ever built. It was kind of painful to build. You build 4 of the exact same section of the legs. Now granted, that's to be expected with a set that has 4 legs. The difficulty of this set to build is actually quite high. Some of the things that you have to put together are quite tight and a little bit difficult to do. This is not a set I would recommend to inexperienced builders or someone who does not take their time with building. One incorrect step can cause you a lot of time in trying to go back and fix it. So I would highly suggest, if you are going to build this model, please take your time. I'm just going to level with you. I had to rebuild a small section of this because I did not take my time, because I was building this in between making dinner, playing Destiny to the final shape, going to work. This is something that you have to dedicate time to. All in all, this took me a little over 10 hours to do, so if you're going to get this set, which I highly recommend that you do if you can afford to do so, set aside some time. Now, this is one of the most impressive models I have ever built, and I have built a lot of LEGO sets over the years. The size of this thing is absolutely massive, so you are going to need somewhere that is dedicated to setting this thing up. It does not fit on some regular bookshelves. This is something that feels very complete all on its own. You do not need to add to this to get the full experience. But if you want to add to it, you can, and I think that that is something that is absolutely incredible about this model. You can choose how you would like to display this, and that makes it in its own league. This is something that feels like it is to scale with minifigures within a universe. It is massive. I cannot state that enough. Whatever you think it is in sense of scale, it is bigger, trust me. Now, last thoughts before I wrap this up. This is one of my favorite LEGO sets that I have ever purchased and one of the best LEGO Star Wars sets to have ever existed. So do yourself a favor and pick this up before you have to spend $1,000+ after it retires. I know that this is an absolutely long video and this took a ton of time to build, film, take pictures of, so if you could please hit the like button, that would help support the channel. I would greatly appreciate it, but just know your viewership is enough for me. Thank you so much for watching. Please let me know your thoughts on this set and more in the comments section down below. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and the bell next to subscribe so you never miss a video, and stay tuned for what we're doing next. We've got some great stuff coming up. But until next time, stay bricked up and enjoy what you love.